Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of my top crypto gems. Today I'm really excited because we have quite a big update on what just happened with our previous 100x gem, but also which coins are going to launch soon and how exactly we are going to try to get into them. So today we'll talk about 4 or 5. Make sure you watch this video all the way through so you enjoy, I guess, all the different coins that I have to offer. And of course, guys, none of these coins are guaranteed to do well. Nothing is financial advice here, as obviously anything can go wrong. But I honestly and truly believe in what I'm about to show you, which is why I'm doing that. So first of all, we had LoveLace, which just launched today. We were watching this live on stream and it went times about 52 because the the starting price was about 4.5 cents. Then a little bit later, it hit another all-time high at about $2.55. Right now, back down to about $1.80. So staying at about, let's say about 40 X or so that it's kind of stable at right now. Pretty damn solid to see. Pretty good launch. Not a 100x gem, but still, guys, think about it. Let's say we turn $100 into a couple $1,000. Still, it's not really that bad. So how we get into these things, guys, is the same thing like one of the next launches that is coming up, which is called MetaVPad. People are so excited about this coin in my comment section. Every single time when I look, this is like what people want the most. MetaVPad, how to buy, how to get in, and where. It is launching, guys, the 10th of December. We just got ourselves the date because they announced it over on Telegram and everywhere. So apparently it's going to have a $170,000 initial market cap. What they are, they're just a platformer, like the couple of other ones we've seen just now. They're the ultimate incubation platform for projects bridging the gap between the physical and digital world, the metaverse, and oh my days, do I think that this is going to do well. The only problem is I would have hoped that it would also have been done on the Pulse pad because we just got our coins from that one. Luckily, I still have, I use the majority of these platforms, don't get me wrong, but still, I would have liked if it was also on the Pulse pad because we got into that IDO as well. It's not. However, for all of you that have been staking on either of these platforms, this is going to be a guaranteed launch on the whole board. So that is pretty damn juicy because that basically means that almost any single person who was basically into one of the previous ones is also going to be able to get in, which is very nice. Then again, there's also a whitelist. And how this works, by the way, is you just copy your basically your BSC, just whatever address you usually use, put it in an email and go through the requirements that it says right there. That's how you put yourself on a whitelist, and there's basically a number which it says at the top. You might get picked, you might not, but it's always worth a shot. That's the way they like to put it. It's always worth a shot because what if you do win? What if you do get to basically buy yourself some tokens? It's always worth a shot. It doesn't cost you anything. Don't pay anybody to do this or fill this in. Don't pay anybody for this. It's just a free option. Third option, of course, is for the people that are not allowed in jurisdictions to actually get on these pads, as there's KYC requirements. All they can do is try to buy these coins as early as possible, but that's difficult. That's scary. Cannot recommend necessarily. All right, we try to buy these coins before they launch, which is why they are such good opportunities. To buy them afterwards is pretty scary, and so I'm not really sure what to tell you. Now, I like to cover things which are a little bit more accessible too, because I understand that not everybody will be able to get themselves some hands on MetaVPad. Obviously, anybody who wants to, right? If the requirement's there, you can. But it might take, a staking requirement, for example, or luck with a whitelist. That's a little bit more difficult. There's some things which I think are a little bit nicer. So Vlaunch, one of the most hyped up projects in the crypto space by far right now, has been launched by Crypto and Crypto Mo. If you guys don't know them, these are two major YouTubers also here over in Dubai. Basically, they talked to all of us about what their platform is going to do. It's going to be a launch pad. Pretty excited about it, mostly because I know the backing is proper. I know the projects in there are going to be proper, and I know that every single one of those projects will most likely be talked about by a lot of the most important crypto people. And so there's really kind of a huge chance of this being a success, if you guys get my drift there for all the parts. So from that perspective, they just said there are free IDO tokens for you on the 24th. So tomorrow, so very urgent. Like, retweet, and comment, important. Let's go Warriors. So I would personally say check out this little video. I can actually show it to you guys as well. Maybe that would be smarter for me to do here. It's about 2 minutes, but I guess it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it to show you guys 2 minutes worth of content for what you might have to gain from it. So Let me try to open it from the start. We'll listen to it. And if you don't like it, guys, use the timestamp down below for the next coin.
What's up, guys? We have a crazy announcement for you. Today is the 23rd, so today is the day. And this announcement is for tomorrow, because tomorrow we are going to have a free IDO allocation for you. Not for our project, for another project. It is going to be completely for free, and it is meant to make your waiting time for our project a little bit more sweet, a little bit more like a bonus for you. And maybe you have some more information, man.
Exactly, guys. Tomorrow, 1 hour before this whitelist will open for you guys to join, we are going to announce it all over Telegram, all over Twitter, so make sure you join all Telegram groups. You are following the Twitter here with the notifications on. Also support us on spreading this amazing news by retweeting, liking, and other than that...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, takes a second. Like, retweet, make noise here for the algorithm, spread this video around as much as possible. We actually paid hundreds of thousands of US dollars, 75% of this allocation from our ED for free. So all we are asking for is spread the news here. Of course, be aware and also be vigilant, because 1 hour before, we will tell you exactly the time when to go to our website. Maybe we can show it.
Exactly, guys. It's going to be on vlaunch.com. Make sure that you are going to go to this domain tomorrow when we announce it. This is pretty much the only domain you have to go to. There's no others. Everything else that may be spread around on social media, please be aware of that probably scammers will try to take advantage of that. So make sure vlaunch.com. This is the only
honestly
domain.
Nothing can be easier. Be part of the Telegram group, be part of the Twitter, turn the notification.
Okay, I think you guys get the ordeal, right? So they're launching that. And how it, I think, is going to work, because I know the name already. I'm not sure if that's already something I can announce. I'm not going to say that. I'm also not exactly sure how much people are going to get or exactly the steps, but apparently we'll hear it about 1 hour up front over on their socials. So all I'm saying is let's keep an eye on that, as it's free, they said, because they paid for it, which basically means, let's say there's a project, right, which is going to start out with $300,000 worth of market cap, and they just bought up $200,000 because of it, because they were saying, hey, we want to give it to our audience. We have a really big audience. We think we can make this really popular, but we want to buy that, though. We want to get that allocation. We're going to spread it. I haven't heard it before, but I guess it's possible. But it could literally be that they paid a couple $100,000 to give this to us or the people. So I guess it's a nice thing, but we'll see about that tomorrow, I guess. Let's keep an eye out for that. What do we have to lose in that regard as well, right? Moving on, we have Operon Origins. So I've already called this one out a couple of times, and that is mostly from the perspective that I can't say this is going to be a 100x gem, but I do hope so, as it's also on some of these pads. And they just basically said, hey, we're going to start announcing the exact date in a couple of hours from now. And yeah, I'm pretty hyped up for it as well, because I'm going to definitely buy into it. And I've heard from here and there that people are properly backing this. And there's, of course, ZLQZAA, which is also on the board of Operon Origins. So I'm definitely buying into it. But I can't say it's going to be another 100x gem, but I do hope for another 50xer, as it basically has the same backing as Valhalla. And in terms of the Valhalla gains and return, it was like times 600. This one also has like 50,000 followers. It's once more in the metaverse, in the same type of realm, or the play to earn NFT type of realm as Valhalla was. There's a good potential it's going to replicate that. So from the same perspective, it might be another 100, 200, 300, 500, 600x gem. It's hard to say, but I'll definitely try it out. I'm definitely going to be buying into it. And apparently, once more, we'll hear the exact date in about 24 hours. This was a couple of hours ago, though. So let's say about 12 hours from now, we'll see exactly when they launch. Let's see if they already posted it just to make sure. No, about 12 hours from now. All right, then another one, which we have on this list. I think there's actually one I missed here. Did I not? Okay, so I just quickly double checked, and I heard some people outside, so I wanted to quickly cut it out. No, I did not miss anything. These are the, I guess, top projects for right now that we have on the calendar. Most likely a couple of additional ones coming out in a couple of days from now, as I'm looking for the actual names. I know what the projects are, but the names haven't been announced, so we'll see about that in the near future. Here we have a sponsored project, which came up to me in the email and said, hey, we're launching pretty soon. You can't get in because there's a whitelist, but we do something very interesting and we want you to cover it. Now, guys, I'm going to quickly say here, this is one of those projects where you have to think really well for yourself. I'm going to put a really big disclaimer here. Think really well for yourself. The reason I took this on is because, hear me out. I have seen them work. I've heard them out. And there's a really good potential that this project is going to do insane. However, I cannot guarantee any single thing or expectation for this project. So let's make that really clear, guys. Let's hear it once more. I cannot give you any single guarantee that this project will even launch or do well at all. But because of the backing, because of the hype, there's a good potential that this is going to be a very heavy hitter once it launches in a couple of hours. Then again, they told me, hey, you might be able to get yourself a whitelist for your viewers, but I was just too late with requesting that, I think. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a pre-sale going for you all, but apparently here there's a pre-sale on their website, as you can see on the right here. And what they are, from that perspective, it is a pretty good idea. Seamless yield generation and optimization protocol. Simply hold their token to earn automatic rewards in any token and optimize your profits using the DApp dashboard with APYs as high as 500%. And what they basically do is you stake coins. You stake, for example, your EHB, and you get rewards in any, I guess that's one thing that they would provide, in any crypto that you like because of their AnyFlect. So from that perspective, it is a very good idea. I read through it, and apparently here it also said they also have a pre-sale launch pad. So from that perspective, once more, the perspective of will they rug pull, will they go is a little bit lessened. But would I buy this one once it launches? Difficult to say. I probably would not do that. I would, however, try to get into the pre-sale just to test it out with a little bit of money, like I do for a lot of my projects. But just in terms of entire look here, it's not the best one we've seen, but the potential and the idea is pretty good. So it's definitely a little bit of a difficult one to say here. But it's going to launch in a couple of hours from now, so I'm interested to see this come up and see what it's going to do. I do think we'll see a pretty heavy pump, but once more, guys, I'm not making any guarantees for this, and I don't think, yeah, because you need it to be on the whitelist. And I don't think anybody here was on the whitelist anyway, so I probably wouldn't even check this out then. We'll just see how the coin does and go from there. We might actually use the platform eventually. You know, maybe it's going to do well and we'll get it going. I don't hold any of these tokens myself. I would have probably tried to buy in actually here if I got on the whitelist. I would have probably tried it, but now that I'm not on it, I will not do it because obviously how can I? But I might pick myself up some coins if eventually it turns out, I just hit the chair, that they're going to launch something cool on there. Because once more, we've seen it now on my channel, that platformers like MetaVPad and a couple of the other ones, they do really, I guess MetaVPad hasn't launched, but the PulsePad, VeloSpad, they do really well. So there's potential in this project once more, but I will let you guys all know to be careful. But let's watch the launch here. As Earnhub, it might have longevity in the sense they do have some really, really crazy yield rewards. Let us see is all I'm saying. But once more, guys, stay cautious. Always, always, always. With the ones I mentioned just now, I know the backers. I know every single part about these projects. I know who's in it. I know not necessarily the founders, but I know all the guys behind it, so to speak. I kind of get the system for these projects. With Vlaunch, I've met him up in real life, so I know those are legit. It's all good. With BlueZilla, I don't actually know who founded it, like the real people, but I knew that they were in my vicinity, and a couple of people that I know have met them before over in my area. So I'm like, it's also pretty good. With a couple of other projects which I show you here and there, I might not have the exact same info, so they can do what. Wait, let's make one thing clear. A lot of the projects which don't have founders and whatnot, they might be really good ideas. They might get us a return of 100x, 500x, who knows? But that's, again, think back. SafeMoon, Shiba Inu. Do we really know the people behind them? No. Can they make us crazy gains? Yeah. One guy made billions of dollars off of a small, I guess still $8,000 Shiba Inu investment. Was that risky? Oh, yes. Did it pay out? Yes. And sometimes it does. So that's all I have to say about that one. Check it out for yourselves. Every single project just mentioned. We'll talk about further to see how these launch when they come up. I will, of course, make a little update video soon on how to actually get your hands on some MetaVPad. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.